Hi, Krystyn.
Hi, Sandy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You guys, she's back. And don't we look, oop, that's my coffee. We look so good now because of Krystyn. And we are here today to talk to you about Eric Carle. Like, what's so great about Eric Carle, Krystyn?
Oh my gosh,
We're going to
Eric
talk
Carle,
all about it. She
amazing
is
illustrator.
So exciting. So we have been working on improvements to the picture book section, as I've mentioned before. So we'll talk about those later, but tomorrow is Eric Carle Very Hungry Caterpillar Day. Who knew?
Not me.
Um,
But it is the first day of spring.
It is the first day of spring. Maybe that's why, because caterpillars are important for foliage.
For something.
For some, yes.
Absolutely. For kids to be digging around and finding them. 'Cause that's exactly what they do.
Exactly. So, Krystyn, what is so great about Eric Carle, for heaven's sake?
Oh my gosh. So Eric Carle is just an amazing illustrator and author. The pictures are so vibrant. They're so cool. They're so colorful. Amazing things to talk about. The best part about Eric Carle that I love is the concepts. In the Very Hungry Caterpillar, it goes through the course of a week. And so you can talk about the days of the week and how many there are, and you can count. And then you can talk about all the different foods that are in there that the caterpillar eats, which is another concept that you can talk about. And then the metamorphosis is just awesome. So not only does Eric Carle bring this from birth until elementary school, because he encompasses everything. It's like he talks about days of the week, which, you know, young kids don't really have any concept of, but they do when they get older. The transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly, life cycle, amazing, because kids love learning about the different life cycles of animals and insects. And then just the different foods. And then the fact of, you could just talk about how they could get a tummy ache, because could you imagine if you ate all those foods in one day?
Yes.
And then you could talk about, like, what is your favorite? What is not your favorite? And then it's just so cool, because the other thing that I love about this book is you can reenact it, and you can do a total reader's theater type of activity.
What is that?
Reader's theater is when you, like, take the different parts of the book and you say that section of it, but then you're kind of, you know, telling a story and you're acting it out.
Okay.
And so you could, like, someone could be the caterpillar, and then someone in the house could be that piece of food, and then the caterpillar would munch, you know, and kind of go through that whole thing.
So
and then
cute.
at the end, we have a butterfly.
So, you know, one thing I'm curious about is that this is probably our best-selling book for new baby.
Okay.
Because I think the buyers or whoever just have the best memory of it. So tell me about what it means to different ages, and why would you buy the board book as opposed to the picture book?
Well, for babies, for sure, board books, you know,
Right.
I mean, they're just sturdier.
Yes.
You know, their hands are in their mouths, and their hands have got food all over them. So board books are great for little babies, because they need to be touching it, and they rip, because they're just kids. They don't know.
And
They
I
don't
did a
even
bad
realize
job of
it.
asking my question. My question was like, how is it possible? What is a baby getting out of that book? You know what I mean?
Yeah, a baby, well, I mean, for sure, colors.
colors.
I mean, and the baby is getting language. It's
Okay.
rich language, you know. It's all those concepts, all those words, all that vocabulary that you can give to kids is amazing. I mean, some kids might not, you know, so you can talk about this as a baby just reading it, and they're getting that, and then you can transfer over to the picture book when they're in elementary school, and then you can actually talk about all the different life cycles and what does that mean.
Right.
And so you can talk about the days of the week, and, you know, understand a calendar, and figure out what day do we start, you know, what is that first day of the week, but what day do we go to school? So you can transfer
Right.
it over from that baby where you're just talking about words and vocabulary and pictures and colors and, you know, things like that, to the picture book in elementary school, retelling, sequencing, science,
Art.
math, art.
He did collages,
yes.
and then he cut them out and made the caterpillar. So
well,
if
and then you can also
we did it.
go online. So you read this book, and then you've got an older student who wants to learn more about Eric Carle. Maybe they love it. Maybe they want to learn how to. He's got a great website where he goes through all the different ways of how he does his illustrations, and then he, step by step, you can do the whole thing at home.
And we're including, with your lovely face, printouts for coloring and activities for everyone who's watching. Oh, and anyone who buys an Eric Carle book, and while supplies last, gets one of these caterpillars that just are handmade. They make me giggle. I want you to have them. But when I see a book that's out in both board book and picture book, I know that that author and that publisher know for sure that that is one that can build with a child over years, which makes me know that it's a really good value.
Yeah.
And so what I mean by that, laying tracks always meant for me and my kids, that once you get familiar with, the overall story, that's the tracks and those are laid. And then you can put more and more train cars on the track, like
Absolutely.
days of the week,
Yes.
like shades of color.
Yes.
And you said math is a big thing for Eric Carle as well.
Absolutely. And the other thing is you've got fruits, and you can talk about what is a fruit.
Right.
Fruits have seeds, they grow on trees. What other fruits are there? And then it goes into that, that junk food category.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
and then
that.
where is that? So not only, then you got nutrition. So you can talk about how to, that balanced meal.
Right.
It changes all the time.
It does.
The pyramid, and then we have
red wine.
And
It's really good now. And coffee.
Right. And so, these are great things to talk about. And why do you think, you can just kind of explore, why do you think he put these holes?
Right.
Author's purpose again. Not only, is this book here, but why?
Right.
What's his meaning? What's he trying to get out?
I just love talking to Krystyn because I learn so much about why books are great, other than just turning the pages and liking the illustrations.
Oh, I just remembered. Symmetry.
What's symmetry?
Symmetry is what's on one side is always on the second, on the other side. And so another math concept. So, if this wing looks like this, that side of the wing is going to be, and you can do an art project where you could paint something on one side and then smush it together.
Yes.
And then it's that's how we do our butterflies at school.
Oh my gosh.
So it's so fun. So it's for sure.
So you guys, Krystyn, thank you so much for you like a flame in my heart for how beautiful this is. And tomorrow is Very Hungry Caterpillar Day, first day of spring. So come in, but while supplies last, you are going to get a caterpillar for any Eric Carle book you buy. Bye.